Let me give you the TLDR. Beastars is amazing and you should read the manga and watch the anime. But if you want a more detailed explanation, stick around. The wonderful story of Beastars is set in a world of anthropomorphic animals ranging from rodents to large mammals. But the two big groups that all of these animals belong to are carnivores or herbivores. And when one group's natural instincts are to eat the other's, problems are going to arise. This is a premise that could easily be the main purpose of the entire story, and talk about the far-reaching issues that affect animals in general within this universe. But instead we get a far more personal tale about how these characters see themselves within society with their own independent struggles, and how society has given them certain labels, with herbivores being seen as meek or cool-headed, and carnivores are expected to be rowdy and rugged. This is obviously very far from the case, because anybody with a sane mind knows that you can't categorize large groups of people and expect them to all be very similar. But within the world of Beastars, just like our own, we have our own preconceptions about how the world works and how people are, which sets the stage for our characters to explore themselves. Starting with Haru the rabbit, who at first glance seems like nothing more than an object for Legoshi's affection and anguish, is revealed as a person who finds equality through sex because of how genuine and honest it is, whereas people in everyday life begin to unconsciously pity her as one of the defenseless creatures who is bound to die within this society, and her parents began to raise her and groom her to believe this. She decided to set out on another path, one that she understood that was going to be filled with ridicule, speculation, exclusion, and hatred, and a lot of gossip included. She would much rather be called a slut than a pitied creature, because at least if she's a slut, people's feelings are genuinely directed at her, whether they are good or bad, or just generally want to see her as a normal person, as opposed to somebody who is just one of the losers of society because of what she was born as. Louis, the rich lead actor of the drama club, the most popular guy in school, and current frontrunner to be the next Beastar, a person who stands at the top of society, being above the terms carnivore and herbivore. While this sounds like Louis has a pretty great life, he suffers from an extreme inferiority complex that comes from his position as a herbivore combined with his upbringing as a very small child. This has led him to give off a facade as a cool, calm, and collected person, where in reality he simply doesn't want to be seen as weak, leading him to do some very extreme things, and by doing these actions he believes he can become stronger than even the toughest of carnivores, unconsciously moving along the path of becoming the Beastar. Because within the school of Cherrington, from the outside looking in, Louis looks like he is doing everything within his power to be the front runner for this position, but that shows you how little anybody actually knows him, considering he has never once verbalized or thought about becoming the Beastar. Louis' actions are all to affirm the simple fact that he refuses to be seen as weak, which draws him into direct conflict with somebody who has the opposite issue. Legoshi will likely be the nicest person that you will ever meet, but it is also a larger than average gray wolf who has to fight his natural instincts of eating prey that is around him every day, which has led him into living a life of constant suppression of not only his emotions but his physical appearance. From trimming his claws to never burying his fangs in front of a herbivore, these things are just a natural part of his body and are seen as negatives for the simple fact that they could cause harm instead of them having caused harm to someone. This constant suppression has given way for Legoshi to be a very introspective person, fully understanding that he isn't presenting his true thoughts or feelings but to a select few. This understanding of himself has enriched how he sees others, not engaging in senseless gossip when it comes to Haru, guessing that she may have a lot going on in her life and refuses to simply see her as a slut after witnessing the care that she puts into taking care of her flowers. Later he is confronted by Louis, called out on the fact that with all of his gifts he chooses to live in the shadows. Legoshi, understanding the frustration Louis feels, explains that he has no pride in being born a strong wolf and nothing good has ever come from it, but continues on to tell Louis that there is value in him being strong because he wasn't born that way, unlike himself. Legoshi has a willingness to look under the surface of what people present to him because he understands that everyone could have a mask on just like himself, giving way to this quiet, kind, but also socially awkward demeanor. Throughout Beastars, you will encounter many characters just trying to live their life to the best of their abilities within their unique circumstances. At one point you'll wonder what's the point of this story, all the characters being here, and I think Jack sums it up best, better than anybody, when Legoshi starts questioning why he was born a wolf. I think everyone's trying to figure that out, adults and children alike. Both carnivores and herbivores struggle with life. From the moment they're born, they belong to a species, so I think they're all trying to figure out their own reason for being a part of this world. Thank you guys for listening to my rambles. I've been wanting to talk about Beastars since March, with the anime gaining more fans week by week. I felt like it was now or never, and I guarantee that it only gets better from here. With that being said, please hit the like button, it really helps me out, and answer this question down below. Who is your favorite character in Beastars so far and why? With that being said, I will see you all in the next one.